Very different is the situation of those with long-distance vision, the far-seers, with all their ambiguities. There are very few of them, at most one per segment. Their telescopes are complex and refined, but they are in no way leaders, and what they see is entirely different from what the others see. They see a whole microsegmentarity, details of details, a roller coaster of possibilities, tiny movements that have not reached the edge, lines or vibrations that start to form, long before they are outlined shapes, segments that move by jerks, a whole rhizome, a molecular segmentarity that does not permit itself to be overcoded by a signifier like the cutting machine, or even to be attributed to a given figure, a given aggregate or element. The second line is inseparable from the anonymous segmentation that produces it and challenges everything all of the time, without goal or reason. What happened? The far-seers can divine the future, but always in the form of becoming of something that has already happened in a molecular matter, undefinable particles. This situation is the same in biology. The great cellular divisions and dichotomies, with their contours, are accompanied by migrations, invaginations, displacements, and morphogenetic impulses whose segments are not by localizable points but by thresholds of intensity passing underneath, mitoses that scramble everything, and molecular lines that intersect each other within the large-scale cells and between their breaks. The situation is the same in a society. Rigid segments and overcutting segments are cross-cut underneath by segmentations of another nature. But this is neither one nor the other, neither biology nor a society, nor is it a resemblance between the two. I am speaking literally. I am drawing lines of writing, and life passes between the lines. The line of supple segmentarity formed and became entangled with the other, but it was a very different kind of line, shakily drawn by the micropolitics of the far-seers. It is a political affair, as worldwide in scope as the other, but on a scale and in a form that is incommensurable, non-superposable. It was also a perceptual affair, for perception always goes hand in hand with semiotics, practice, politics, theory. One sees, speaks, and thinks on a given scale, and according to a given line that may or may not conjugate with the other's line, even if the other is still oneself. If it does not, you should not insist, you should not argue, you should flee, even saying as you go, okay, you win. It's no use talking. You first have to change telescopes, mouths, and teeth, all of the segments. Not only does one speak literally, one also lives literally. In other words, falling lines, whether connectable or not, even heterogeneous ones, sometimes it doesn't work when they are homogeneous. The ambiguity of the far-seer situation is that they are able to detect the slightest micro-infraction in the abyss, things that others do not see. They also observe, beneath its apparent geometrical justice, the dreadful damage caused by the cutting telescope. They feel as though they foresee things, and are ahead of the others, because they see the smallest things as already having happened. But they know that their warnings are to no avail, because the cutting telescope will set everything straight without being warned, without the need for or possibility of prediction. At times, they feel that they do not indeed see something the others do not, but at other times, that what they see differs only in degree and serves no purpose. Although they are collaborators with the most rigid and cruelest projects of control, how could they not feel a vague sympathy for the subterranean activity revealed to them, an ambiguity in the molecular line, as if it vacillated between two sides? One day, what will have happened? A far-seer will abandon his or her segment and start walking across the narrow overpass above the dark abyss, will break his or her telescope and depart on a line of flight to meet a blind double approaching from the other side.